Hello and welcome back. We're in the garage again, mainly because yesterday it was cold and I still got some more planing to do, get this smoothed down and everything like that. Today, I got my vlogging kit in. I had said I had ordered a tripod and stuff earlier. Well, it arrived today, so you might get to watch some of it, if I can get stuff angled right. It's not the best kit in the world. The tripod kind of sucks. It's a short little thing, shorter than my phone. But you might be able to have some angles like this while I'm working. Well, not necessarily that more like that. But when I plane, I take the block plane. As I said, it's set real shallow. Well, anyway. As you can tell, she scooted a little bit, huh? But that's that knot hole. But you just real small, fine shavings like this. Not real big. But you're doing a round, so you're not getting much of a bite anyways. But if you want to get in there and really start hogging stuff down, you can go flat, but then you got to turn around and kind of angle your plane a little bit like this to start coming back down to a round once you get right around where you want. Right. I think we got you in a decent home right now, so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just planing off. I slipped. It happens. I'm just planing off this hump here. I want to keep even pressure. Just nice light passes. Get little shavings, but she does come down. And yeah, it takes a bit, so I'm not going to make you sit here and watch the entire thing unless that's what you're into. That'd be something more for like a live stream, making you watch this, making you watch me do pass after pass. The one thing I do want to talk about though is a lot of people always think when you're planing you have to go nice and straight with the plane. You don't. Sometimes to be easier you can come in at a slight angle and it's a lot less friction and it cuts some of the grains just a little easier. Where when you're coming like this, you have all that friction against you all at once. You're coming in at an angle, you have a little less. So when I hit this knot hole, I'm hitting it with a much smaller surface than if I were to come at it straight. So you'll see the block plane. Once I start hitting that area, start coming in at more of an angle. But I'm still getting good shavings. And yeah. Hello. Figured I'd show you outside since you're on your nice little tripod now, and show you. This little remote allows me to turn around and turn on and turn off the recording, so it's kind of nice. But now I can use both hands and actually really show you everything about this and how it looks, especially some of those knot holes and stuff. Just all that figure, all that grain. It's gonna be pretty. I'm really enjoying this project and really hoping you guys are too. The ring around it, how far I've came like in here versus around in here, I haven't had to come in as much. This area here, still got some area where the chisel kind of bit in, came in a little bit too far. I still got to come up some. But as I said, I'm probably going to end up cutting some of this off. So that stuff really don't matter as much. I'm trying to, one of the things I'm trying to do is, I know it's really big yet, but I'm trying to figure out how long I want it, because you really don't need much of a hammer, but at the same time you could use a decent amount of one. But yeah, so far it's coming along. I think I'm going to leave this. It comes in a lot further than it should, but I think I'm going to leave that, add some character to it. Alright, that's a decent angle. Let's see about this. Turn around and get going some more on this. What I really wish I could do is use the sander for a little bit, especially on this area right in here. Take a look. There's 1, 2, 3, like 3 or 4 knots all right in that area together. That's really, really hard wood, and I'd really like to use a planer on it, or a sander on it, except for my girlfriend's office is right next to the garage. Makes it somewhat difficult and somewhat loud, so also makes it hard for her to take phone calls. So yeah. So what you do, as I said, just kind of round over it. You hear how it's getting louder and louder with each pass? That's because I'm picking up more and more wood with each pass. That was crappy. Yeah, every once in a while these particular planes, they lose it a little bit. Now what you gotta do, take a nice little piece of wood. Let me grab one. A little scrap piece of wood. Hit right here on the butt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, just give it a couple smacks, not too hard. Sets that blade back out there a little bit, it just slips. Tighten that down a little bit. Now this, I actually turned around and went a bit too far, so instead of hitting this butt, I'm going to hit the butt of the plane itself, the shoe. The big metal bit that the blade goes into, you hit the back of that, just a little bit, and it recesses that blade. That'll work. Still a bit big of a bite. Might have to loosen this just a little bit. I might have it too tight for that to work. I did. There we go. Tighten that down some. Oh yeah. And what you're looking for is nice chips like this. Not too big, not too small, not too thick. Just right, just bendable enough. I'm not trying to hog off the world here. Just trying to make some progress. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but I planed some of this right here, nice and flat. You'll be able to hear it. And see it according to the chips more than anything. So this is flat right through here. Actually, let's come in and see if we can't take a better look. Yeah, you can kind of see she's flat. Well, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I was talking about when I said when you're planing to kind of curve it. So we go at a corner, slowly work it around. That same corner, slowly work it around. You see how I'm angling the plane? I'm going to move my hand. Nice, easy. It's hard to go slow with a plane, but I'm actually coming around, taking out the corners and kind of rounding as I go. And in no time at all, you have a piece that's not as flat. It's still a little flat, but not as flat as what it was. And all it is, taking your plane, let's say that's flat right there, right? Kind of coming like this onto the corner, coming like this onto the other corner, and just shaving. And then rounding on and shaving. And rounding a little. It's hard to do one-handed planing. But yeah. But once you get done, you can have a decently round thing that when sanded, you'll never be able to tell she wasn't round. So, yeah. Alright. Now one thing I do kind of know is that a lot of people that would watch this would be like, why aren't you using a wood lathe? And like that, it would be so much easier to be done by now. Truth is, I don't have a wood lathe right now. Wish I did. Yeah, this would probably turn out a little prettier. But truth is, if you want something, you can make it work with whatever. Personally, I've only used the hand plane, a chisel, that file you saw in the first video, and a hammer. So turn around and make what you love. Don't let small limitations like tools and stuff stop you. If you really want it, you can do it. Personally, today my heart ain't in this, not as much as usual, and I'm only gonna half-ass it, and I know it. So I'm gonna back off this for today, but tomorrow I'm gonna hit it. I'm excited to hit it, but right now, I'm just tired. So I'm gonna wish you guys the best. Take it easy.